them the power to destroy themselves, and the world is not prepared.
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Ka Halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the big brother, the man of great millstone, and to the rest of the brethren on down that's teaching and preaching the true doctrine of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Shalom Bayatah Dawadah, and to the Hakim and Akwat that's out there repenting, Shalom to you, Mashbakah. Your Hakarab coming at you with a quick one. And you saw the first clip, and I got that off, I came into the knowledge of that when I was watching the Elder Apostle Tahar video, his live feed he was doing. And I just put the little clip over the front of it because I wanted to bring out what I'm going to bring out. But let's get straight into it because I don't want to run my mouth. I just want to go into this and show these heathens ain't got a clue of what these scriptures saying. But they got all this clout to be on these things talking about they commentaries and all this old bullshit. But let's go into it real quick. Let's go into Revelations right quick. And I'm gonna read this because when I saw this, I said, man, ain't this a bitch? These goddamn heathens ain't got a clue. Now, some of them know what it said, but this dude is out of his damn mind. Now, first, I want to go into it. Let's read. Because this is talking about the destruction. When the shit finna kick off. So let's start at Revelations 9 and 13. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before Yahweh, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels, which are bound in the river Euphrates. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, meaning they was held back for an appointed time, holding back the four winds from bringing the destruction. That's all it means. It ain't talking about no angels that's hid under the river Euphrates and all that, man. No, it ain't talking about that. It's just talking about there was four angels said, look, don't bring the destruction when I tell you to. That's all that is. But just to get back into it. 9 and 15. And the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of man. And how they go kill that third part of man? By these goddamn devils. You saw the clip. See, and we're going to get into a few of those scriptures. But let's grab verse 16. And the number of the armies of the horsemen. What horsemen? Is it literally talking about horsemen? Is it literally talking about men riding on the back of horses, racing to the battle? Is that what it's really talking about? No, that's not what it's talking about. Were 200,000. That's 200 million. And I heard the number of them. So he said, okay, how many ordinances is going to be flying during this time period before Yahweh shall return in World War III? How much ordinances is going to be flying? And the angel told him, they going to shoot off 200 million ordinances. Now, it ain't talking about 200 million nuclear ordinances. It's talking about their rockets, their arsenals. All the arsenals that all these nations have is going to come. They going to shoot it, and it's going to come to a total of what? 200 million. It ain't talking about they got 200 intercontinental ballistic missiles. It ain't talking about that. It's talking about that all in total. They had 200 million that they going to shoot off. See? Throughout everything. Some of these little small rockets are going to blow up vehicles. Go blow up army platoons. Go blow up houses, locations, streets, blocks, cities, towns, states. Go blow up all this shit. But the point is, it's going to be 200 million shot off. See? But let's go into a little commentary first, because this idiot don't get it. Well, watch this. Let's get it real quick. And these people got this, they got this little credit as being scholars. Man, how the fucking this asshole right here, this John Brown clown, I don't know who he is, what he look like, but it's John Brown the clown. But let's go get it. Let's see what this idiot said, man. This is amazing, man. These people are something else, man. These people are something else. They don't understand shit. But let's look. Watch what this dude gonna say. Pertaining to that. Let's get to it. Right here. Okay, we're gonna start here. This is John Brown's commentary. John Brown the Clown commentaries. And it says what? B. Revelations 9 and 15. So the four angels who had been prepared for the hour and day and month and year were released to kill a third of mankind. The last plague lasted only 5 months, and men were not allowed to die. This one will be just for over 13 months, a year and a month and a day, and many will die. When you add all the time up from the sealed judgments and the fifth and sixth trumpets, it adds up to 3.5 years, the middle of the tribulation. Oh my goodness. Revelations 9, 16, and 19. Now the number of the army of the horsemen, remember that word horsemen, was 200 million, because that's what it is. So you think it's talking about 200 million horses is going to be running around somewhere? No. It says, I heard the number of them, 17, and thus I saw the horses in the vision. Those who sat on them had breastplates of fiery red, and jacinth blue, and sulfur yellow. And the heads of the horses were like the heads of lions, and out of their mouths came fire, smoke, and brimstone. See, but you know what I want to do? I want to go show you some. Matter of fact, you know what? I'll wait. Let me just finish reading this. I'll show you what this when it says verse 17. And thus I saw the horses in the vision. Let me show you who these horses is that had this. Those who sat on them had breastplates of fiery red, and jacinth blue, and sulfur yellow. And the heads of the horses were like the heads of lions, and out of their mouths came fire, smoke, and brimstone. By these 3 plagues, a third of mankind was killed, by the fire, and by the smoke, and the brimstone, which came out of their mouths. 19. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails are like serpents having heads, and with them they do harm. Well, KJV said they do hurt. The number of these demons is almost equal to the entire population of the United States. What does idiot John Brown the Clown say? The number of the demons is almost equal to the entire population of the United States. They are horses. What? They are horses, yet with the heads of lions, and tails like serpents, with heads even on their tails. They are as deadly as they look. Out of their mouth can come fire, smoke, and brimstone, or sulfur. All 3 of these are deadly to mankind as they come out of these creatures. What it says, all 3 of these are deadly to mankind as they come out of these creatures. It is ironic that many ancient nations describe a creature that formerly existed on the earth that was able to breathe fire and smoke. Even the Bible describes such a creature in Job 41:13-30. I ain't going there. Who can remove his outer coat, talking about Leviathan, who can approach him with a double bridle, who can open the doors of his face with his terrible teeth all around. His rows of scales are like pride, shut up tightly as with a seal. One is so near another that no air can come between them. They are joined one to another. They stick together and cannot be parted. His sneezing flash forth light, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning lights. Sparks of fire shoot out. Smoke go out of his nostrils, as from a boiling pot, and burning rushes. His breath kindles coals, and a flame go out of his mouth. Strength dwells in his neck, and sorrow dances before him. The floods, the folds of his flesh are joined together. They are firm on him and cannot be moved. His heart is as hard as stone, even as hard as a lower millstone. When he raises himself up, the mighty are afraid. Because of his crashing, they are beside themselves. Though the sword reaches him, it cannot avail, nor do spear, dart, or javelin. He regards iron as straw, and bronze as rotten wood. The arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones cannot stumble to him. Darts are regarded as straw. He laughs at the threats of javelins. His undersides are like sharp potsherd. He spreads pointed marks in the mire, meaning the filth. The Bible calls these creatures Leviathan, sea monster. Creatures, cultures of old called them dragons. Whatever you want to call them, they will destroy over 1.5 billion people. What is the result? Fearful, repenting people quite the opposite. Now, you know he don't got a clue what's going on. He don't got a clue what these scriptures is talking about. Period, point blank. He said these creatures that's called dragons, he said they gonna kill over 1.5 billion people. So he don't know what Revelations 13-21 is talking about. He ain't got a fucking clue. He don't know what that's talking about. So what is these horses? But first, let's go and show you what this right here is. Slakia. Let's go and show you what this is. Right? Let's go and show you what this is talking about. You see it? Let's go and see what that's talking about. And then you will have a better understanding of what this is talking about. Let's go get it. What did it say? It said red. What do you see right here? You see the ordnance right there being shot off. Then you see the red, right? This is what it's talking about. This is the horse that it's talking about. That you're going to see 200 million of these being shot off. But you see the red, right? That's the red right there. And when you come down, you start to see it turn yellow. But it said red, and it said in J. Let's go back to it. It says what? Let's get it real quick. Let me get it and read it. And it says what? Verse 17. And thus I saw the horses in the vision. This is the horse in the vision right here. But what did it say? Thus I saw the horse in the vision. Those who sat on them had breastplates. You see the metal of it, the breastplates. And fiery red You see this the fiery red right here, right? That's the fiery red. And it says what? And Yaset blue. And sulfur yellow. You got the red, you got the yellow, and you got the blue. You see it? This is the horse that it's talking about. See? You see that blue right there? You see the yellow? And then you see the red. You see? And this is the horse that it's talking about. So did that idiot, did he understand what he read? No, he didn't. This is the horse it's talking about. See? Plain and simple. You see the red, you see the yellow, and you see the blue. You see it? See? So we ain't got no reason to lie concerning what these scriptures is saying. But let's get back to it. Now, let's go into Job. And let's show you these horses, what it's talking about. Joel, the second chapter. And we're going to start at verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there had not been ever the like, neither shall be any after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burning. What is it talking about? The warhead is the fire that devoureth before them. What it says? A fire devoureth before them. What is it talking about? The warhead. And behind them a flame burning. Well, you just saw the flame burning. It was red, yellow, and blue. You saw. The land is as a garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. See? And what is it talking about? When it says the land is as the garden of Eden before them, meaning where they getting shot to, you got grass, green grass, trees, flowers, everything. But when they hit their target, behind them is going to be a fucking desolate wilderness. They're going to destroy everything, devour everything. See? But what it says, yea, and nothing shall escape them. What? Verse 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses. What? The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses. As a horseman, so shall they run. So when they get shot off, they will be going straight to their targets like a horse running to the battle. See? Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble. As a strong people set in battle array. This is the noises they gonna be making when they get shot off. You ain't gonna turn them. They going straight for their targets. Behold, Slakia, before their faces, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness, meaning everybody gonna be terrified. When you see the motherfuckers coming, wherever you at, that's gonna hit, your ass gonna be terrified. Before it hit and explode, you gonna be scared as shit. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. Meaning they're gonna enter into these defense cities, these defensive states, defense countries. They're gonna enter into them. And what are they gonna do? They're gonna hit their targets. And they shall march everyone on his way. And they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. You gonna shoot two of them off at the same time, and guess what? They're not gonna bump into each other. They gonna go straight for their target. They shall walk everyone in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They gonna hit their target. Verse 9. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. They gonna catch these people off guard. But what it say? They shall run to and fro in the city. What city are they gonna run to and fro in? Let's go grab it. Let's show you what city they gonna run to and fro in. Let's go to Revelations 11. And we gonna go down to 13. Revelations 11 and 13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake. And what is this earthquake? It ain't talking about a natural earthquake. It's talking about these earthquakes, that these nuclear ordinances and these other ordinances that's going to go off, that's going to shake the earth. These are the earthquakes it's talking about. And the 10th part of the city fell. What city? Babylon. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. Meaning, who is predestined to die in the destruction? They're going to die. And the remnant were afraid and fright and gave glory to the God of heaven. So what it says, what they gonna do? They in the same hour there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. So they gonna run to and fro. They gonna be shot to and fro within Babylon. Within these 10 FEMA zones that's in America, hey, they gonna be shot to and fro, and they gonna go to and fro within the city. They gonna be shot throughout these 10 FEMA zones from the East Coast to the Mid-East to the Midwest to the West Coast, from North to South. They gonna pelt this bitch like a bitch never been pelted before. See, but let's grab this one, Revelations 16, and let's go down to 19. And what it says, and the great city, what it say? They gonna run to and fro in the city. And the great city was divided into 3 parts. Those 10 FEMA zones, they all be hit, and then the city's gonna be divided into 3 parts. From what? You got the West Coast, the East Coast, and then you got the Mid-East and the Midwest. That's the 3 right there. That's the 3 parts that's gonna be divided in. You got the West Coast, the East Coast, and the Mid-East and the Midwest. That's the 3 parts right there. And what? And the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came into in remembrance before Yahweh, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And that's those things that was created. Because what did the Most High say? He said, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth the weapon. Matter of fact, let's just grab that real quick. Let's just grab that. Matter of fact, let me grab this first. Let's go to 2nd Esdras right quick. Let's start here at 2nd Esdras 15 and 37. And we're going to read down to 44, 42, 44. Run on. 2nd Esdras 15 and 37. That's what these horses going to do. And what it says? And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. And then shall there come great storms from the south, and from the north, and another part from the west. And strong winds shall raise from the east, and shall open it, and the cloud which he raised up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause fear towards the east and west wind, shall be destroyed. The great and mighty clouds shall be puffed up, full of wrath, meaning from the explosions where they hit, and the star, that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein. And they shall pour out over every high and eminent place a horrible star, which you gonna see. A star is a ball of light, and that's talking about the explosion. Fire and hail and flying swords. What is those flying swords? You see, that horse, those nuclear ordinances, and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers, with the abundance of great waters. And they shall break down what? The cities. So Babylon is 10 parts of this city, and it's going to be destroyed and divided into 3 parts. Hey, they're going to run to and fro in this city, the great Babylon. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the woods, and grass of the meadows, and their corn. They're burning up everything. All the elements get burnt up. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid. Where they going to? Unto Babylon. And they're going to make her afraid. What is it going to say? They shall come to her and besiege her, the star, and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Meaning this place is going to be through. Then shall the dust and the smoke go up unto the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her. What it say that when they in Revelations 18, when they see the smoke of her burning, they shall cast dust upon their heads, and they shall bewail and lament for her. See, so well, this place is gonna be through, man, through, and through, straight up, man. You know. And I had many more. I wanted to go to that Jeremiah 25 and 29, but I'm thinking it's kind of long now, and I ain't want this to be long. But matter of fact, let me go grab this one real quick, though. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go to Jeremiah 25. Let's do that. Jeremiah 25, and let's go down to 29. Let's just do it. What it says, Jeremiah 25 and 29. For lo, I begin to bring evil on the city, which is called by my name. And what he says, what city is he talking about? He's talking about the Israelites. Because what? When he says the judgment going out, our people, you going to be the first one to get the judgment. Because your ass didn't repent. See? He said, what? Judgment shall begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first began in us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua? See? So what it says, for lo, I begin to bring evil on the city which is called by my name. And should even be utterly, and should ye be utterly unpunished? Who? Talking about Babylon, these damn Edomites. Now they're not going to be unpunished. Ye shall not be unpunished, for I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, said Yahweh of hosts. See, and what is that sword that he going to call upon the earth? Let's see. This is the sword that he going to call upon the earth. Isaiah 54. Let's go to 16. And what it says? Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coal in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created, what did Yahweh Ba'ashem shall say? And I have created the waster to destroy. So these Edomites, they stupid as hell. Them motherfuckers couldn't find their way out of a locked shoebox. Dumb as hell. The Most High put the instructions in their head to build these nuclear ordinances just to bring forth his work, just to bring forth his judgment, just to execute what he wants to be executed. That's it. They dumb as shit. See? But let's grab this one. Psalms 7. And let's go to verse 13. What it says? Psalm 7 and 13. He had also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors. And who was the motherfuckers that persecuted us? You already know who persecuted us. You already know. But let's go back. I had more, but let's go back to Jeremiah though. Let's go back to Jeremiah 25. Jeremiah 25, and we're going to continue at 30 to 31. What it says, therefore, prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them, The Lord Yahweh shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout, as they that tread the grapes, against all the inhabitants of the earth. People gonna be terrified when it hit the fan. When all hell break loose, you motherfuckers gonna be scared. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth. For the Lord Yahweh had a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh, and he will give them that are wicked to the sword, said Yahweh. See? And what is that sword? What is it talking about when he say he gonna give them? Let's grab it real quick. Let's just grab it. Isaiah. Damn, I ain't want this to be long, but shit, it is what it is. Fuck it. 13. And let's go to 3. What he says? I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations, gathered together for what? For war. Of the Lord Yahweh mustereth the host to the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. So Babylon gonna be hit, tore up, and decimated through. See, but what he says, they come from a far country. What's coming from a far country? What is coming from a far country? Do you know? Let's grab this one though. Isaiah 66. Let's see what's coming from a far country. Isaiah 66 and 16. But I'm going to read this one first. What he says? For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. But let's go back. Let's go back to Jeremiah right quick and get the next verse before I continue. Jeremiah 25. And let's continue at 32. Slakia. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation. What is the evil that's going to go forth from nation to nation? Those ICBM, well, you know, them intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's what's going to go forth from nation to nation. Put it like that. And a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. See? And what is that great whirlwind that's going to be raised up from the coast of the earth? Let's grab it real quick. Let's go to that great whirlwind that's going to be raised up from the coast of the earth. Let's see. Let's see that. Let's go down to it. Let's go down to 13. And I'm going to read that to 18. What it says? 2nd Ezra 16 to 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, from one end of the earth even unto the other. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again, until they come upon the earth. See? Those horses going to be shot off, and they going to hit their targets. They going straight for their targets. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out, till it consume the foundation of the earth. See? They going to their targets. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Ezra was seeing this vision. He said, man, who will deliver me in those days? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua go deliver you, brother. Verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famines and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, And what shall I do when these evils shall come? See? And what you gonna do, you Israelites, you repentant Israelites, what you gonna do when the time when this evil shall come? You gonna repent, you gonna cry unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you gonna call upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's what you gonna do. See? But let's go back to Jeremiah though. And let's get the rest of that next verse. Let's go back to 25. And let's grab that 33 now. And what it says, and the slain of Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. See? They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be but dung upon the ground. See? And what he say about that? They gonna be but dung upon the ground. See? And this is what he said when he go send those things and they go kill a third part of man. See? But what he say? They gonna be but dung upon the ground? Let's grab this real quick. And I'm gonna end off this one because I ain't want this to be long. But let's just grab this and end off with this one though. Psalms 110. You should know where I'm going. Psalms 110. And I'm gonna start at verse 5. I started 5. What it says? The Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. What did he say? The Lord at thy right hand, meaning Yahushua, shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies. Even, it's like it, he shall wound the heads over many countries. You see that? So that's what those horses that's going to be shot from one end of the earth even unto the other. Those things that got that blue and red and yellowy flame coming out the back of them, this is what it's going to do right here. See? It's going to fill all the places with the dead bodies. So don't believe what the scriptures say and just wait for your destruction. But I'm going to end it off there. All praise be to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Hashem Rakaha Kodash. Shalom Yasharallah. Wa Abad Babal. Shalom.
You are the man who gave them the power to destroy themselves, and the world is not prepared.